Hey everybody, Motor Bullet 59 here. You ever notice that whenever there is some sort of a crisis, be it the coronavirus crisis or political stuff going on during the impeachment or the Kavanaugh hearings, there's always a buzzword, at least one, that comes out of that. And right now, during the 19, essential is a new buzzword. What is essential? Who determines that? We all know what the definition of essential is, and if you don't, go look it up. But we all know what the definition of that word is. My question is, who is determining what is and what is not essential? Because I don't know. I'm not the person who gets to decide that, but in my opinion, if you rely on the income from your job, no matter what your job is, that's how you pay your bills, that's how you feed your kids, I think that's pretty essential. And I don't think that the government has the right to tell you it isn't. I think the whole everybody stay inside for a month, as you've seen in some of my other videos, is an overreaction and a government overreach. But I don't know if it's the state government, federal government, local government. Who is it that's determining what is and is not essential? I had to go over to a friend's house today, God forbid, and pick some stuff up that I'd left over there. And on the way, there was an accident at a pretty busy intersection, and they had the red light flashing, and traffic was backed up in both directions, 3 lanes, especially it was backed up in the eastbound lanes, almost a half a mile. Are all those people essential? Are they out running around like I was? I wasn't doing anything essential. But what is essential? You got the airlines. And when I say airlines, I mean air cargo carriers are very busy right now. The trucking industry, the railroad, the people who deliver the stuff to the stores that we have to have so we can eat. But you got certain stores, I'm told. Now, I haven't seen it myself because I only go to Winco to do my grocery shopping. But I hear there are stores that are actually making determinations of what products are essential and non-essential. And they're not selling certain projects, or they're not stocking them, or whatever. I don't know. This is just something I heard. But, I mean, who gets to decide that? You know, what is pasta not essential now, or hamburger meat, or makeup? What is and isn't essential, and who gets to determine that? By what authority? I don't know. I know that if I went into a store right now to get something that I just off the cuff needed or wanted and got there, and they weren't selling or stocking it because of this, I would never go to that store again. Even if I like Walmart. I know a lot of people, screw Walmart, blah, blah, blah. I like Walmart. It's handy, it's convenient, it's inexpensive, but I would never, ever go back there again if that happened to me. I did have to go to Walmart today. Again, I didn't have to go. It wasn't essential. I went there to buy a bicycle for my daughter, but they didn't have the one she was looking for. But I looked around, bought a couple of other things while I was there. I didn't notice anything not there. I wasn't looking that hard, but it looked just as packed as it always was with stuff. It's almost like the government and merchants are being allowed to redefine what essential is. What's essential to me may not be essential to someone else, and vice versa. So I don't know. I don't have the answers. I'm just a guy that used to work for the railroad. But I don't know. What do you think? What do you think is essential? I'd like to know. Not very many people are watching these videos. My other channel is much more popular than this one, but I haven't been posting on this one. Maybe it'll catch on. But if you do watch this, what do you think? Am I all wet? Do you agree that everything should be essential. I mean, I don't know. I guess porn shops are essential. Wouldn't be to me anyway. Being silly, but are restaurants essential? Everybody should know how to cook. We've been cooking almost all of our meals here while this has been going on, but we order out sometimes. But I mean, is that essential? I think it is. Not that I can't go cook my meal every night or every morning. I cook breakfast most mornings. My wife is working from home, so I get up and I'll make my wife, my daughter that still is at home, will make us something to eat. But those people rely on those wages and on that income to survive. So that's essential. It's essential that we survive. What about travel? Essential travel. Jennifer and I, my wife, went on a drive yesterday. I had to go to the store and pick some stuff up that was non-essential. And I had to run a couple of errands, and then we went on a drive around the way out on the other side of town up into the hills. And it was essential. We didn't need to do that to survive physically, but we need to do that to survive, I think, mentally and emotionally. I need to get out of the house, need to get some fresh air, need to see something other than these damn walls. I love playing my guitars. I love studying history. I love doing the things that I love doing. And but say Jennifer, she's stuck here working. And when she gets off work, she sees the same thing. She doesn't even get to go to another place to work. She's got to work right here. And so it was essential that we get out, get some fresh air, walk around in the country, and we weren't around anybody. I think that was essential. But like I said, with all the traffic backed up today, how much of that was essential? Was it essential if I was not concerned with doing essential things and staying home? I wouldn't have gone over to my friend's house. All I needed was the hat that I'm going to go play golf in tomorrow and Saturday, and that's not an essential thing to most people. But to the golf courses and the people who work there, it is essential. In any case, again, let me know. I could be all wet about this, and I'm sure a lot of people have different opinions. It's blowing up on Facebook, man. There's people that are hateful about people that aren't staying home. I'll address that in another thing, but anyway, remember to like, share, and subscribe if you want to be notified of any future content. Ring the bell. I'm going to start posting videos pretty much every day, probably. Doesn't take long enough to go anywhere. So anyway, everybody take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay aware. Don't be fooled. See you later.